This is the first good find that I found. I found a couple of shotgun head stamps, but that's a toe plate. You can see the green there in the clod where it came out. Good find. I love that. Finally. If you can see that little hill right there that is green, that is part of our Civil War site right there that we hunted for a couple of years. The main part of that site is on the other side of that wood line at the crest of the hill there, and then to the right, and then down in the bottom. I'm still looking for another part to that site, and right along in here from about that tree over to these woods right here, there was a house site in the 1800s, and I found a little bit of sign as I came in and started hunting of brick and broken pieces of pottery. This is the first good find that I found. I found a couple of shotgun head stamps, but that's a toe plate. The owner of this property has been using this area here for a garden, and I'll tell you what, let's go right over here and look at, I laid these brick out in a couple of 2 or 3 pieces of pottery that I've picked up. I put in my pocket, but I've got one that is here. There's a couple of what Hornbush calls 12 Georges, him and Tennessee Jeff. But then you can see this, let me get these out of the way. You can see this whole brick. And that brick just came from right in there. So, looks good so far. Wish we could find another spot like that right there. Man alive, we found a lot of stuff over. And you would think that close in like this, that you'd at least run across a stray bullet. Anyway, I'll get back to you if I find anything else. This is a good sign right here. I've already got it out of the hole and got it cleaned up. That is a cuff link. And shank, or the little stud, is broke off. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's got some gold gilt on it. Wow, might find some buttons here. You can see that this hole here is not too deep. I don't know, maybe 4 inches. And I've got a piece of a watch gear right here in situ. Check that out right there. Probably part of a pocket watch. Maybe the rest of it is here somewhere. It's a neat find right there. I may have found the hot spot right in through here. That hole's not deep at all, maybe 3 inches. This is a good sign here that you're around an old house site. Is a piece of harmonica reed. Very seldom find those all together. I might have found 2 or 3. But that's another good find. This is another good sign of an old house site. That's not too deep. It might be 4 inches where this was, but it's a fired round ball. A buck, I would say. Good find. This is one of the best round balls that I've found in a while. I first thought that I think it is a drop. I don't think that ball's ever been fired. Don't think it's ever been fired. This may turn out to be nothing right here. Can you see it in the clod right there? It's ringing up as brass. Let's pop it out and see what we got here. It's a button, but it's an ironback. Let me get it cleaned up a little bit. Here's something I have never found. That was all together like that whenever I first seen it, and I seen the lines here and the numbers. That is part of an adjustable type square ruler. I've never found one of those. Before I dig this hole, I want to do a shout out to my buddy XP Dale. You see his channel there on your screen. He makes some wonderful finds, Civil War relics. Also, be sure when you go to his channel that you check out the video on flint knapping. This is a very talented individual. He makes some wonderful and beautiful arrowheads. Absolutely stunning. So check him out, XP Dale. Like, subscribe, and share. Pin pointer's down there about 6 inches. I've already pulled this one off and cleaned it up. I believe that is a garter belt clip. You can see the green there in the clod where it came out. I guess it could be a suspender, I don't know. I'm not an expert on that. Larry Reynolds will have to look at that for me and give me an ID. Wow, hot little spot right in here. This just keeps getting better. I'm up in a big briar patch right here. Now this is just barely under the surface. It is the top part of a oil lamp. So we're late 1800s, early 1900s. I thought I had a button here, but it's not. And I'm not sure what it is. After I got it out and turned it over, I seen it wasn't a button. I thought it was a watch back. But it's got a little thing up here at the top. I believe that is probably broken. Was that a necklace, part of a necklace, charm or something? It's brass. It's old. Huh. Somebody had to help me out on that one. That other piece of harmonica was either right there or right there. I don't know. But I've got another one now. Barely under the surface. I dug a hole there, but it wasn't that deep. It was in the very top of the plug there. I'm convinced that these people in Kentucky in the 1800s and the 1700s, They had a lot of junk, but they didn't have any money. We find very few coins around these old house sites. This signal here was a perfect nickel signal. It's 12, 12, 12, 13. I was sure hoping it'd be a nickel, but I'm glad it's not, because that is a nice piece right there. Garter belt clip, I believe. See these little flowers, 3 on it. I brushed it a little bit. It's pretty fragile here at the bottom. I don't want to mess with it a whole lot. Good find. I love that. Deep little hole there, 9 inches. Look here, Mr. Keebler, what I found. It doesn't have a shank, but I'm in a brand new spot. I believe that has some kind of a design on the front of it. Almost positive that it does. I think it's going to have a back mark as well, or it's got something on the back. Ooh-wee, another button place. Finally, I don't know if you can see any detail on that or not. Oh yeah, you can see that. 1900. That puts us see the 1 cent. I think it'll clean up. It's been a while since I found an Indian, I'll tell you. I love those old coins like that. Sweet find. I'm over by the woods now. Everything that I was finding earlier was right in about there, back this side of that tree. But I've got a nice round ball, big round ball, a 40 or a 44. I don't think it's ever been fired. I think it's a drop. Boy, this turned out to be a nice little find right here. Larry, I'm glad I scouted now.